new staff uniforms have been introduced with adequate pairs for every officer in order to enhance discipline and self-esteem. Looking at you today, I see a very smart team. I hope that even the whiteness of your shirts, I was telling the Commissioner of Prisons, will continue, because wherever you go, you may want to continue with that quality so that you do not, after 1 or 2 years, end up with clothes that are tattered. We'll certainly make sure that in line with our commitment to quality service, even self-discipline. I'm sure that Commissioner has taken note of what I've just said, that you do not see deterioration at the personal level. Staff discipline has also been enhanced to eliminate malpractices, such as trafficking of contraband in prisons and violation of the rights of inmates. I want to underscore here the fight we have in this country against drug abuse and substance abuse. As your minister, I would certainly not want to hear, leave alone being your vice president, that in our prisons, some of you get compromised into allowing inmates to smoke bang and other stuff that we know ends up ruining whole careers and whole life. Therefore, I want you to be very strict. I remember that 1 or 2 years ago, we went to Committee Maximum Prison to be able to ban some of this stuff. We do not want to ban anything from now on. We just don't want to hear that some of you get compromised to accept inmates to be able to engage in such unacceptable conduct. On the legal front, a correctional policy document is underway to embody the principles, guidelines, and standards for the care of inmates and offender rehabilitation programming in the Kenya prisons. We are also reviewing the different pieces of legislation, namely the Prisons Act, the Bostos Act, the Probation Act, and the Community Service Orders Act, to be able to align them with a new paradigm in offender correction as stipulated in the new constitution. We are also, in fact, it's just that the Attorney General has been away from his station, because by last 2 weeks or so, we should have already gazetted 3 serious task forces, which will be dealing with, among others, the issue of developing the necessary legislation to reform the Betting Control and Licensing Act, and also to be able to deal with other aspects of relations between this department and the offenders. The offenders, of course, are our clients, and we need to be able to make sure their basic rights are truly safeguarded. Therefore, a commission, a task force dealing with this is also to be gazetted in the next few days. We'll also be hosting, I think later in the year, a conference, a major conference, I think, to deal with the rights of inmates with special needs, because there are some who are terminally ill. There are others with special needs that need to be addressed, including dietary conditions and dietary requirements. All of these are in line with a paradigm shift, not just in this country, but the world over, giving emphasis to decency and the way we correct those who come in as our clients. On accommodation, expansion of prison facilities is in progress through construction of new prisons in some of the newly created districts, extension of residential accommodation in existing prisons, and refurbishment of existing structures. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to remind the graduands that they are joining a department that is determined to shed off the negative image that was associated with it, and that, as officers, they are critical to the full realization of our vision of becoming an institution of excellence in offender management and correctional services, not just in our region, but the entire of the African continent. The government has spent colossal sums of money to train you, and therefore the best tribute you can give back is to work with total commitment and dedication, professionalism, and of course be of good character and of good cheer. Remember, even as you serve, a smile to not just your fellow officers, but even to the inmates can actually add great value. Therefore, do not be stiff-faced wherever you are. Be able to enjoy being a prison officer. To the families and friends who came to witness this auspicious occasion, I wish you journey masses as you return to your respective villages, your respective homes.